So they turn to us.
So wait, so someone can come to your program without any other college background? Or
That's right. That's right. It's a 2-year associate degree, and you can even just get a 1-year certificate, and then they get internships and start working for the running companies, and go to $25 an hour. 2 years out of high school.
Really good program.
So, how
But
interesting.
very hard work. Very hard work.
Right.
Tell them it's the toughest job they'll ever love.
Let's debrief on this program a little bit. European Water Framework. New acronym for our list. I think I'm also going to put definitions for them because acronyms are one that don't really help people understand what they mean. All right. So, now I don't know if we want to start out and talk about maybe things that we liked or didn't like, or just kind of what came out of the presentation. What are some of the things that you liked? What are some of the things that you didn't like about this program that you feel like either you can see as something that would be very helpful in our situation here, particular to the Kanawha Valley, or that you thought there's just no way, that's just not going to work. What are some of the things that popped up?
Definitely the polluter's pay.
Polluter's pay, that's something
Yes.
that you liked?
Right. I think it's something that will shift us away from who has jurisdiction, regulation, and it will take the burden of, being heavily regulated. And which with the bill, we saw some of that coming down, why it was pretty much gutted.
There is a model for that, state and federal. It's called Title V. It's the Title V.
Oh,
It's actually
okay,
Title
Title
V.
V.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I know
45
what you're
CSR
talking about
30.
now. Yeah.
There is a model for that. That's equality, but that emission tax model is out there.
45 CSR 30 is called Title V. That's in Title V Air.
As in Title V.
Mm-hmm.
Major source air permitting, and it even has a subset of the pieces, because you're talking about triggering into that at a variety of different ways. Very simply, either at 100 ton per year for particular stuff, and then a 10 or 25 for nastier stuff, benzene, solvents, xylene, hazardous air pollutants, 187 lists. So there's actually a model.
One of the, just in what you just said, sorry, that really,
Really?
that really,
Is that because every time I sit down, it sounds like I ate too much like Chinese food last night?
No.
Is that why you're doing this? Stop that.
It really sparked, and it kind of goes back to what Sandra was saying, it goes back into the presentation and what we all experienced last year, is that, so you're talking about the triggers. You have to have the information in order for those triggers to occur, right? So one of the things that we saw with the Freedom incident was that the hazard classification did not equate to risk. And, right, the risk that was posed to the public, which is still actually entirely unknown, or not, a lot of it is unknown. But, so you have to have the information in order to properly characterize, in order to trigger some of these.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
classifications that
That's
you're
what I
talking
was,
about.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And don't think about it as quantifying the risk. Think about it as qualifying the risk. And it leads you to a much more interesting conclusion. Because if we say, this was a risky situation, moderate to slightly high risk, we don't need another to say that. I think we could go around the table and we'd all agree that was the case.
But we also have to be aware that perception is reality. That goes back to your, and the research for that is Max Baserman and the different heuristics. It's the same concept of why people are afraid to fly, but will drive I-64 every day. I guarantee you I-64 is $1,000 worse than flying any day of the week. But it's that kind of concept, and that's where the comment that we were talking back and forth about with the NESHAPs, which was the National Emission Standards for Hazardous Air Pollutants, original thing where Congress told EPA, go out and look at this, the nasty stuff, the risk stuff. This is what we were talking about, and I probably didn't explain it well enough. Because you and I were just talking, we knew what we were talking about. And in literally 20 years from 1970 to 1990, Congress came out with 8. Congress went to
What?
8 minerals, pollutants, things. That's where we get the asbestos piece. And then in 1990, Congress, actually there's testimony where they said, this is it? 20 years, 8, really? And that was, okay, weird one to tell you that. What I'm saying is it's something that we need to be aware of with that qualitative, because there's a heuristic issue. So what Congress came out and said was, okay, we're going to take the heuristic out of it. We're going to look at a bias. And there's a variety of different types of biases. There's availability, there's something that we're going to take this out of your hands because of that. It's a great concept, but also understand there's good sides and downsides. We're going to tell you, these are the pollutants, these are what the pollutants are. And these are how you're going to regulate them. Now, 10 years, 20 years, 10 years. The 112H that says, I'm going to go back and look at it. It was after 10 years. Then, after everything is all laid out, then 10 years from now, we're going to go back. Is this good enough? So I'm just trying to pull this into a variety of pieces that are already there. One of the things that Maya and I have been talking about too is, my concern is that all this time, it'll end up being something that goes on the shelf. And I personally think that there's already a foundational thing. Right? You get RFP, Risk Management Plan 112, and you've got Process Safety Manual, PSM. Both of which have this, you're only talking about 77 and 63 out of 77 and 63 pollutants out of 112R under this management plan. That's a different thing,
But again, I feel like, I hope that you're understanding that the models that we've looked at, except for this one, the Toxic Catastrophic Prevention Act and the Contra Costa County Industrial Safety Ordinance are rooted in risk management and process safety management. Those are the foundation upon which those programs work. They transition, they add to the number of chemicals that are regulated in California, as one of the examples. But that is the foundational piece of those models. And so I think this is the first model that we're actually looking at that's not even taking into account R&D and process safety, but I feel like it's a good sort of juxtaposition to even think about it, because a lot of times I think that R&D and PSM is more quantitative and less so qualitative, is what I'm gathering. So I think it's helpful to understand how another framework could work. Was there something, if there was something you wanted me to write down specifically with what you just said, I'm going to need you to re-characterize it. Because I'm not, okay, I want to make sure that I capture.
There's a lot of pieces there, and it's okay.
But this is what is going to help us move forward. So this is what I want to be as detailed as possible, okay?
I think you should add title back to that, just as a reference. Oh, you
Can't see it, but it's actually
okay.
there. 45 CSR
Okay.
30, Title 5.
Good.
Well, I think you can add to the 45 CFR Title 5 the fact that we have multinational corporations practicing these principles.
It's 40 CFR 70 for the federal, so multinationals any place in the nation.
40 CSR
70 CFR, because that's code federal regulation, and that's the Title 5. It's the equivalent, but that way at least it's national.
And this just means that it's multinational?
Well, that's the airplane.
Right. It has the pollutant tag.
That's the federal regulation. That's CFR versus CSR.